Shalom Akim. Call Halal Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim Hawakar Kadas. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who ruled well and taught me the truth. And peace and salutation to Yakim across the four corners of the globe, preaching his gospel in truth and sincerity. Shalom, my brother Yash from the GMS Louisiana Saints camp, back with another lesson on how we should not take a wife or have a family in this place, okay, in America. Why? Because this is Babylon, all right, the place of our captivity. So we shouldn't be trying to have any kids or have a family or a wife in this place. Now, if you have a wife, hey, don't seek to be loose. But if you don't have a wife, don't seek a wife because the time is short and hey, the time is short, and we don't have time to be giving our energy to these women and to our kids. We have to give all our energy to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay, so if you don't have a wife in this place, don't seek one. If you don't have family or kids, don't seek none. Don't seek them. Okay, because this place is going to be destroyed. All right, so we're going to start in Sirach chapter 16, verse 1. Desire not a multitude of unprofitable children, neither delight in ungodly sons. And a lot of the sons and daughters of the men of the Lord in the scriptures, hey, they turned out wicked. A lot of our kings were wicked. Okay? So you don't want to have sons and children in this place and knowing that they're going to be following under the philosophy of Esau Edom. Okay? Verse 2. Though they rejoice, though they multiply, rejoice not in them, except fear of the Lord be with them. Verse 3. So we're not supposed to be rejoicing for having all these damn kids. All right? Rejoice if you got the fear of the Lord and the fear of the Lord is in them, but not rejoicing for these kids. All right? Verse 3. Trust not thou in their life, neither respect thou multitude. For one that is just is better than 1,000, and better it is to die without children than to have them that are ungodly. All right, so we shouldn't be trying to seek no children in this society, man. This society is totally wicked. All right, and not only that, we are living under curses. Okay. So you're not going to be able to enjoy these kids anyways. All right, let's go to Deuteronomy and check out some of these curses. All right. Deuteronomy chapter 28. All right, Deuteronomy 28 and 30. Thou shalt betroth a wife, and another man shall lie with her. Thou shalt build a house, and thou shalt not dwell therein. Thou shalt plant a vineyard, and shalt not gather the grapes thereof. So you're going to have a wife in this society, and she's going to be a harlot. She's going to be a whore. All right? Because Esau gives her liberty to gad abroad. Okay? And that's a curse. All right? And we can't get out of these curses. All right? Verse 32. Let's skip down to 32. Thou son and thy daughter shall be given unto another people, and thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long, and there shall no might be in thy hand. All right, because you don't have full control over your kids, man. You can't whip your kids and do what you want to do with your kids. Why? Because Esau, hey, he got a padlock on everything. Your ass will go straight to jail, man. All right, 41. Thou shalt beget sons and daughters, but thou shalt not enjoy them, for they shall go into captivity. And we're in captivity, man. This is not the place to be having a wife or children or family. Why? Because this is hell. This is captivity. We were sent over here because we disobeyed the law, statutes, and commandments. All right? So you're not going to enjoy your children, man. Okay? Let's get some more curses. Deuteronomy 28 and 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And that's why we don't have families in this place, man. All right, we didn't keep the law, statutes, and commandments, man. So things are all fucked up. So you trying to start a family in this place is basically, it ain't gonna work out, man. It ain't gonna work out. Deuteronomy 28 and 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother. That's why you had these 5 cops just kill this one black man, and they all were so-called black men. Okay, your eye evil to his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. All right. These are the curses. That's why we can't never get along and make things happen, because we under curses, man. There's a great division. All right. And Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set her sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness, her eyes shall be evil toward her husband of her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. See? So we against each other in this society. All right? And Esau puts up all of these different benefits for these nigger women so that they'll participate in it, and they go against their men. All right? So you should not be trying to have a family or any of that in this place. Let's go to Jeremiah 16 and 1. See what Jeremiah says. Jeremiah 16 and 1. The word of the Lord came also unto me, saying, Thou shalt not take thee a wife, neither shalt thou have sons or daughters in this place. Why? Because this Babylon, the land of great confusion. Everything is turned upside down here. And this is the land of your captivity. All right? So ain't no games, ain't no fun time. This ain't the time for Jake to be trying to build a kingdom. Our kingdom is coming. All right? All these women are going to do is cause you hell, because they're following the philosophies of Esau Edom, which is totally contrary unto the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All right? Verse 3. For thus said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning their mothers that bear them, and concerning the fathers that beget them in this place. They shall die grievous deaths. Let's get that in the let's get that word grievous. Grievous. Tahalu. Tahalu. All right. Disease, sickness, grievous, disease, malady, sick, that are sick. Okay? So let's read that again. Jeremiah 16 and 3. But thus said the Lord Yahweh, concerning the sons and concerning the daughters that are born in this place, and concerning the mothers that bear them, and concerning their fathers that beget them in this land, they shall die of grievous deaths. They shall not be delimited, lamentated. So they're going to die of some grievous deaths, some disease-ridden deaths, okay? All right? And pestilence is going to be running rampant, all right? Especially when the lights go off and there's no doctors or any people to give you medication for shit, all right? Which disease is already rampant. neither shall they be buried, but they shall be dung upon the face of the earth, and they shall be consumed by the sword. All right, and the sword is a weapon of death. Anything, a gun, knife, hammer, anything, and by famine. So you people ain't gonna even you have a family, and guess what? If they're not a part of, if they're not, um, hey, if they're not a part of your how about Shimmy outside, they're gonna die, man. All right, and most of our family is against us. Okay, all right, and their carcasses shall be meat for the fowls of heaven and for the beasts of the earth. See, they're gonna die in some grievous ways, man. They're gonna be eaten out here. They're gonna get eaten by beasts out here. They're not gonna have food. They're gonna die off a lack of food and water. They're gonna be getting killed. All right. So we're not supposed to have kids in this place, man. We're not supposed to be trying to start a family in this place. Okay. But if you have a wife, hey, you ain't supposed to be trying to loose yourself from her either. You're supposed to try to continue enduring and make it through with your wife. But if you don't have a wife, don't be trying to get into a relationship. All right? Don't be trying to start no family out here. Like 1 Corinthians 7:27. Art thou bound unto a wife? Seek not to be loose. Art thou loose from a wife? Seek not to be bound. So if you got a wife, don't be trying to get a divorce because now you in this truth. All right? If you don't have a wife, don't be trying to find a wife now that you in this truth, man. It ain't gonna work. But if thou marry, thou hast not sinned, and if a virgin marry, she had not sinned. Nevertheless, such shall have trouble in the flesh, but I spare you. Yeah, because you got to deal with her worldly mind. You're not gonna want to do no holidays. So guess what? She's gonna have a problem with that. No Valentine's Days, no Christmas, no Halloween, none of that. I mean, y'all gonna have problems. Okay? She wants the Saturday to go run the streets and, shopping and doing stuff like that, and you ain't got time for all of that. All right? So the Lord is trying to spare us from all of that hardship and stuff. All right? Verse 29. But this I say, brethren, the time is short. It remaineth that they have wives, that both they that have wives be as though they had none. So even if you have a wife right now, man, we don't have time to be focusing on none of that shit. The time is short, man. How about Shimmy outside is about to come back. Now I'm going to get this also in the NLT. All right. Let's see. 1 Corinthians 7:27. If you have a wife, do not seek to end the marriage. If you do not have a wife, do not seek to get married. See what I'm saying? Do not seek to get married if you don't have a wife, okay? All right? Ain't nothing wrong with being married. Just that you're going to have trouble, okay? 1 Corinthians 7:28 in the NLT. But if you do get married, it is not a sin. And if a young woman gets married, it is not a sin. However, those who get married at this time will have trouble. And I am trying to spare those problems. And I'm trying to spare you those problems. See? See? This is not the time for us to get married, man. This is not the time for us to be starting a family out here, man. All right? Most of these women are dogs, and most of these women do not want to do right or get in order, okay? They don't want to listen or none of that. Let's see. Let's go back to Sirach. And we're going to go through a couple passages from Sirach 25 and 26. Sirach Now let me see this. Sirach verse 1. In three things I was beautified and stood up beautiful both before Yahweh Bashem Yahweh and men. The unity of brethren, the loves that when you loving on your brothers and the unity between you. The love of a neighbors, a man and wife that agree together. And that's one thing you ain't gonna find in this society called Babylon, a man and wife that agree together. Why? Because we're under the curses, first of all, and the way Esau runs this shit is backwards. So he trains these women that they can have the liberty to go out and do whatever they want, and you can't tell them shit. Verse 13, give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, all right? Because most of these women, all they doing is causing trouble and drama and hell on you, okay? Especially if they know what you're into. Definitely don't tell them what you're into, okay? Verse 16, I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than keep house with a wicked woman, all right? Nobody wants to be around no bitch who's just horrible, who just treats you like shit all day, don't respect you, don't acknowledge you as a man, looks down on you. No, fuck that. All right, let's try verse 19. Skip down. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. Yeah, if you're an evil man, you're gonna get an evil woman. And this woman, she does the most wickedest shit, and then she acts like she didn't do shit. All right. Stumble not at verse 21. Stumble not at the beauty of a woman, and desire her not for pleasure. Why? Because the beauty ain't shit. That shit's gonna fade. All right. If she can't love you, comfort you, all right, nurture you, do the things that you want her to do, then get rid of the bitch. Verse 22. A woman, if she maintain her husband, is full of anger, impudence, and much reproach. Yeah, if a woman paying for you and you living in a woman's house, guess what? She's gonna hate your ass. Maybe not in the beginning, but later on, she's gonna hate your ass. A wicked woman abraded the courage, make it a heavy countenance and wounded heart. A woman that will not comfort her husband in distress, make it weak hands and feeble knees. Yeah, and these women ain't gonna comfort you. You lose your damn job, guess what? She gonna fucking be looking out for a way out. She's not gonna comfort you. All right, definitely not in this society. Verse 24: of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all died. Verse 25, give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gad abroad. Why? Because they're going to do what they're doing now, causing all kind of hell, man. Mishaps. Shit turned backwards. All right? That's why Esau lets them get away with all his liberty, so they can be whores and destroy the family and destroy you in the process. Verse 26, if she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go. And that's what most of these men need to do. Let these hoes go. They don't want to listen. They don't want to do what you want them to do. Let them go and do what she got to do. Let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Okay? Because most of these women that we're dealing with are bitches and hoes and harlots. Ecclesiasticus 26 and 25. And harlot shall be accounted as spittle. Yeah, spittle is spit. She ain't shit. But a married woman is a tower against debt to her husband. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, but a godly woman is given to him that feared the Lord. Yahweh Shai, right? And most of these women are fucking wicked as a bitch. All right? And then guess what? She belongs to a wicked ass nigga. Okay? And a man of the Lord who feared the Lord, he's gonna get him a godly woman. All right? But in this society right now, man, it's very hard. It's very hard, all right? Verse 25. A shameless woman shall be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord. And most of these women don't have the fear of the Lord of them, and they don't fear you either. They're bitches, okay? And the Bible says that. These are bitches that you're dealing with. So I hope this lesson was edifying. Do not start a family in this society. Do not try to have kids in this society. All right? Shalom, Maki.